who, if they worked hard and persevered, that they would get everything they ever wanted. So I started to dream immediately. But I got older and a little wiser, and I realized that a little word with a big meaning has a lot to do with making that dream really happen, and that word is talent. And I'd like to talk to you about a beautiful, talented dreamer, Dolly Rebecca Parton.
Fortune falls like snowflakes in your hands. Now I don't recall who said it, but we'd lived so long on credit, so we just headed out to find our promised land. Just poor Appalachian farm folk with nothing but...
Dolly was born in Sevier County in East Tennessee in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, the fourth of 12 children. Her family was cash poor, but rich in stories, feelings, and relationships with one another. And when Dolly eventually started writing songs about heartbreak, love, and sadness, she wrote from experience.
So I made her a coat while she was going to school one day. And she come in, and I was sitting there sewing at the sewing machine, and I said, I'm making you a coat. And she said, well, Mama, why is it so many colors? And I explained to her why it's many colors, because it's scraps. And I said, it'll bring you good luck. I said, don't worry about it. She went to school, and some girls made fun of her. And so she was very, very hurt, came home crying about it. She said, they said we was poor. I said, you're not poor unless you think you are. I said, you're only poor if you believe you're poor. And I said, I don't think we're poor. I think we're the richest people on earth. We've got love, faith, honesty, and determination, and that's all it takes to have anything you ever want.
In my coat of many colors, Mama made for me. So with patches on my britches.
Dolly was singing all the time, washing dishes or whatever she was doing. She'd go to bed and sing at night to the other kids. And I told her one day, I said, I'll take you to Cavs Walkers and have you put you on the radio if you'll learn some songs there, you know. So she did, and I took her down there, and they loved her the first day. The people from upstairs come down to see who was singing and everything.
At the tender age of 13, Dolly made her first appearance on the Grand Ole Opry. After graduating high school, the first in her family to do so, she returned to Nashville to become a star. At least that was the general idea.
She sang me 4 songs sitting in the floor with her guitar. And I said, you not only have a contract on the label, but you have a writing contract with our publishing arm, too. And she said, is that all there is to it? And I said, that's it.
Just because I'm blonde, don't think I'm dumb, 'cause this dumb blonde ain't nobody's fool. Thank you very much.
The big break came when Dolly became a regular on the Porter Wagner Show. Every week, she gained a larger audience, loyal fans who couldn't get enough of this delightful performer.
You have something that is really unique and different. It's difficult to sell it, but once you have sold it, it becomes a trademark that will never be forgotten. And I kind of feel that's the way Dolly was, because the audience didn't accept Dolly right away. Neither did the recording company. I took a tape of Dolly to RCA Victor, sit down and played the tape for them, and they didn't care for Dolly at all, because she was so different than what they were used to hearing.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can.
Before long, Dolly was singing and writing for RCA Records.
We used to have those Monday morning meetings for years at RCA and say, how can we make her the #1 singer in America? We'd discuss things like, well, she's got to quit wearing those wigs.
Still driven and unsatisfied, Dolly came to a crossroads in her life, and she wanted to reach out to an even wider audience.
As an entertainer, I think your primary goal is to touch as many people as you can. And we both really enjoyed the opportunity to sing songs
that are multimedia, that touch different markets.
Some country fans resented this change, but Dolly was doing what she felt had to be done. As she said, she wasn't leaving country, but taking country with her.
She had to cross over because she belongs to the world.
Not only did Dolly cross over into pop music, her career zoomed into overdrive, and she crossed over into the movies with the same natural charm, warmth, and beauty that filmgoers loved. What a bargain. Dolly not only acted, she wrote and sang the soundtrack.
I remember the very first day that we got together to rehearse, and we all came together to read the script. And lo and behold, Dolly had memorized the entire script, all the stage directions, and everyone else's part. I'd made about 36 films. I had never met anyone that had memorized an entire script. She thought she was supposed to do that.
Dolly has recorded 60 record albums that have sold as quickly as they could be put on the shelves. She's won 3 Grammy Awards, had 24 #1 singles, 5 gold and 6 platinum records, and Dolly has graced the covers of America's favorite magazines and has also starred in numerous network and made-for-cable television specials. I can't tell you the honors that have been bestowed on her, but I know she's mighty proud of her CMA Entertainer of the Year Award in 1978, and that exciting day when she became a member of the Grand Ole Opry in 1969. Now, you'd think I'd run out of superlatives, but there's one more I think you should know about. Her generosity.
I believe